So say you paid 300,000 and now it's worth 500,000, right? But listen, let's do the math. It's been costing you $20,860 a year. Not you, but it's been costing the property owner $20,860 a year times 5 years. That's $104,300. Okay?
So you double it.
Huh?
So you double it.
No, no, no. Remember we were
So what
saying
cost did it cost you?
no. Remember we were adding up how much it costs a year to have a $300,000 house, the light bill, the water bill, the maintenance, all that type of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it came up to $20,860.
Mm-hmm.
I'm multiplying that times five,
Mm-hmm.
only because on the land part I multiplied it times five, so I'm making it
Mm-hmm.
even. Everybody, you follow me or no?
But you're trying to you asking about the equity. How much equity did it gain by
What I'm
having to use 100 grand in 5 years?
what I'm trying to
That's
do,
what I'm trying to
what I'm
figure out.
trying to do is I'm trying to show you that you can build the same equity or more by just buying land. Like you don't have to kill yourself and put yourself in a in debt to make like most people. This is most people. They have friends, family members. Oh, I bought my house for 300,000 and I'm about to sell it for 500, and you feel stupid because you like, dang, I wish I bought a house that I for 300 that I could sell for 500. I know that's how I used to feel coming up hearing people say they bought a house for 100,000 and they selling it for 300,000, and I'm like in my late 30s or whatever, and I'm like, dang, I wish that was me. I felt stupid, right? Because why? I'm thinking that's the only way to make money in real estate. Nobody taught me I can make the same amount of money by buying land and just letting it sit there. The most, cut the grass. Nobody taught me this. My whole life, again, the programming, my whole life, the programming is you have to buy a house. You don't have to buy a house. You can just buy land and build the same equity. You don't have to buy a house and put a tenant in there to pay this $20,000 a year and be stressed out because your tenant tearing up your house and had a fight with their husband, boyfriend, wife, girlfriend, and tearing up the house. And every time you get a new tenant, you got to fix everything. My whole point in all of this, in the comparison, is comparing maintaining a house for a year, let's say 5 years in this example, we're doing five, we did the example for 1 year, but I multiplied it times five for a reason. Because most times it takes 5 years to build equity. Lately, since 2020, it's been building really fast, but on average, you need 5 years to build equity. Okay? 5 to 10 years to build equity. Like, you don't just build equity in 1 year. It take about 5, 10 years to build equity. Okay. So with the land example, it's going to cost an average of 19,500 to maintain that land. I'm talking about taxes, and basically it's taxes and cutting the grass. That's all you got to pay is taxes and cut the grass. And really, if you never there, you don't need to cut no grass if you're never there. But you do want to cut the grass because you want to keep it nicely clean and maintain, because that keeps the property value up. Even though it's just land, you still want to cut the grass and keep it maintained because that keeps the property value up, right? So we did the example that it costs